You answered a Washington Post questionnaire on fracking by saying that you don't want to ban the method of extracting oil and gas, but would like to regulate it better. You said that safe nuclear power, along with cleaner coal technologies, should continue to be developed. What defines safe nuclear power and clean coal? Don't these sound like oxymorons?
Okay, that's a great question. And I want to be clear, my plan is definite, that we have to go to carbon neutral by no later than 2050. I'm a co-sponsor of the Green New Deal, so I'd like to see it even sooner, right? But at the outset, when I look at the numbers, I think we should at least get this done. We have to by 2050, and we have to limit this to 2.7 degrees warming Fahrenheit, or we are going to be in a whole lot more trouble than we already are in today. So when it comes to those technologies, I think storage is an issue. I know Senator Harris was just talking about this with nuclear. But I would look at all the plants we have right now. It is about 20% of our energy, and as you know, it doesn't emit carbon. So I would look at those plants and make sure they're safe and figure out what upgrades we have to make to those plants. But I wouldn't expand nuclear unless we can find safe storage and figure this out, and Yucca Mountain is not the answer. The second piece about this, you asked about coal. No, I wouldn't allow for building of new coal plants. What we're talking about here as we phase out these coal plants is how we can, while they're still existing, how we can make them better for the environment. And one other thing that wasn't noted is natural gas, of course, is a transitional fuel right now. And one of the things, among many, that the Trump administration has done that is so bad for our environment that I would reverse is their changes to the methane rules and methane emission. That is very dangerous for our environment.
So UN scientists have said, they've talked about the urgency with which people need to act. They've said we need to end the fossil fuel era as soon as possible, right? Or we're going to have these effects that cannot be reversed, okay? In a recent interview, you said it doesn't make sense. I just want to quote you, get rid of all these industries or do this in a few years. Are the scientists wrong? I mean, are you going to get rid of them in 11 years? Talk about the timing here.
Right. So the timing is to make this our mission, like landing on the moon or the civil rights movement, where our country came together and said, we're going to solve something. And when you do that, you get the new technology and the new results. So what I think we need to do, I was being honest, I don't think we can phase it out in a few years. To me, that's like 2 or 3 or 4 years, right? You have to do it over a period of time. You have to be aware of where people are working and how are you going to do this in a way that keeps our economy going and keeps our economy strong. So that's how I think about it. But right now, we have a leader that doesn't even think at all in the long term. And there's an old Ojibwe saying that is important to me. We have a lot of tribes in our state, and it says great leaders should make decisions not for this generation, but for 7 generations from now. We have a president that can't make decisions 7 minutes from now, okay? So a lot of this is looking, as you say, Aaron, and adjusting. If we can put that money into R&D and work with the private sector, which is a big part of what I think we need to do going forward, if we can get that technology going, perfect the storage for energy, the sooner we can do this, the better.